Hey guys, Jake here. Just out in the woods, enjoying a little walk. Some serenity, I guess. Get that feeling, a lot of y'all have felt here a couple of days now since the election. So I thought I would weigh in here and give you my 2 cents. I know a lot of you ain't gonna like this video. And it ain't simply because I'm banging on the politics or who was right or who was wrong, or as Americans, y'all have that we have that illusion of freedom and voting. It's been going on so long that it's well beyond the lives of anyone, any of us alive today. It's been going on longer than that. Just as a quick little reference, back in the slave days, the plantation owner used to allow the slaves to choose the guy that was going to oversee them. Now, of course, it was cousin Billy Bob here or cousin Johnny, but both affiliates of the same family and plantation to rule you over. And that's kind of what we got today. I mean, in my mind, y'all call it an election, but in all honesty, it was a selection. We were given a couple of people to choose from, and from that we selected who we thought was best. And you can go into it and dissect it 40,000 different reasons. Who you voted for, what you voted for, why you voted. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about, guys. I had a pretty good assumption that Trump was going to win it from the very beginning. And we'll go off down a little rabbit hole here. Bear with me. It's just all opinions here at YouTube, no facts or nothing to back this up. But what did we actually get? What are y'all hoping to get out of this deal? I mean, in my mind, the New World Order is already in control. Everything that you do, everything that you have, everything that you're going to obtain is all controlled by them. We already know the left are pretty joined at the hip. They're going to stick together, no matter what crazy idea comes together. They are all, in a line with each other. And then you got the conservative, right, Republican side. That as a general rule of thumb, we're the people that, kind of want to stand alone and take care of ourselves and be left alone and not have the government interference. And, really, we just want to be left alone. And you have those two factions fighting at each other and have been for, 100 years now. So again, longer than most of us have been alive. But I think they have fooled the majority of people. Well, I know in fact they have. I've heard everything from the economy is going to get better, the jobs are going to come back, the war is going to stop. Everything is, the streets are just going to be lined with gold because Trump took over. And again, you can dissect this 1,000 ways, guys, but let's just take a few things into consideration here, okay? I know Trump has said he's going to end the war in Ukraine in 24 hours, which, if he cut off the funding and the weapons and the people, the support to Ukraine, it probably would be over within 24 hours. As far as physically going in there and doing anything, there's nothing that he can do. One thing Trump has said very little of, other than he 100% fully supports Israel, there was no mention of a war in the Middle East. And y'all can all say, yeah, well, there's really no war in the Middle East, blah, blah, blah. It's the same thing that you got going on in Ukraine. It's fronts, for the Iranians. Many other factions over there joining in the party. And Israel fighting them. Well, we are going to back Israel no matter what. There's no sum of money, amount of equipment, bodies that we won't supply to them. So I fully expect for that to continue and worsen as inauguration day comes close. What do you think Trump is going to do about the debt? Let's just talk about, getting it even for now. Not the debt, $36 trillion that we owe, but just, trying to get our spending under control. He's all about the military and big pharma. Look at what happened last time. The economy is not going to improve when you have the Fed in control. Banksters. And we don't really produce anything here in America anymore. We are a consuming society. And I've even heard, Trump, he's going to get rid of the income tax by tariffing everything else that comes into the country. 100% on cars made in Mexico. Well, that would be all fine and great and dandy, if you're going to do away with the income tax. But what good does it do you when every product that you have to buy costs you 4 times as much? Just from the tariff. That money has to come from somewhere. So you don't have the government getting in your pocket at the end of the year. They're just getting into your pocket all year long because every item that you're going to buy is going to be tariffed. We don't produce anything here. Oh, well, Trump's going to bring back the manufacturing and the jobs, and they're just going to pour right back into this country. Do you have any idea how long it takes to set up a manufacturing facility? Okay. Why did all of these companies leave in the first place? Regulation and taxation, EPA, environmental stuff. He's not going to be able to change any of that. He can't come in there and magically wave a wand and make interest rates go away, make the housing market more affordable. How long is all this going to attempt to take? We saw what happened last time. Do you think after 4 years of what we went through with Trump before, all right, from the Russia collusion to the porn stars to all of that, 4 years, all right, and then you had 4 years of Biden and Kamala, okay, that's 8 years. That's 8 years just like this that has went by that you have been completely taken advantage of and lied to about every single thing. You think they're just going to give up after those 8 years and some person is going to come in here and change this whole machine? This new world order globalist machine that they've been operating on now for about 100 years, all right? I'm just trying to get you to see the last 8-year picture. What Trump is going to magically come in and change everything that's happened with Saudi for the last 50 years and bargain a new deal for Saudi oil, make our petrodollar work again. There's already 140 countries that have told America to piss off. They don't need our petrodollar anymore. the great relationship between Putin and Trump. You think Putin really gives a shit about Trump or what he does? The BRICS nations have their currency. They don't need our currency. What, you gonna wave the magic Trump wand and make the rest of the world like us again after everything that the American politicians have been doing for the last 75 years? Raping the world, force, extortion. There ain't nobody gonna come in and wave that wand and make all of this get better, folks. I've said it the whole time. I think he's part of it. I think the New World Order is in control. I think World War is coming. Economical, financial collapse here in the United States. There ain't no person that is going to change what has happened, what is going to happen, and what is happening right now. There's no guarantee that he's even going to show up in 2 months to be inaugurated, folks. Look at what they have tried to do through the election process. What do you got? 2, 3 assassination attempts that we know about? How many do you think they're going to try and pull between now and the end of the year? Do you think they're going to try and really get us in a war with Russia now? What y'all don't understand is, since these crazy bastards have lost the election now, before they were just raping us, stealing the coffers of our country. Money, 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 money. But now that the people have woken up and see what's happening and have elected their new savior to save us, do you think all these people that are in control are just going to roll over and let that happen? Think about the last 8 years. They're just going to give up and concede their loss and go lick their wounds in the corner and give up on everything they've done. If you believe that, I think you should go check yourself into a mental institution and be evaluated. This is the beginning of the end, folks. It's only going to get worse. I don't know how to tell you or explain to you or get you to see it. The system that we use is gone, guys. I know a few of you out there see it. And for the mass population, they just can't wrap their head around how big the machine is. It's overwhelming. You go down one rabbit hole and you think those people are just crazy. There are all kinds of things that can happen instantaneously. All right? The nuclear option is not off of the table in Russia and Ukraine and Europe and China and North Korea. How easy is it for them to pull a false flag in this country and blame it on one of the many enemies that they have brainwashed all of us into thinking that hate us and want to kill us? How easy would that be? How easy would it be for them to collapse the financials? Because most of the corporations are on their leftist woke agenda side anyway. And the rich people that own these corporations, pulling the plug is nothing to them. They have the money. They have the backing. They got the government. They got the money. What's pulling the plug on it for 6 months going to do? They just start their factory back up in 6 months after the mass majority of Americans have killed themselves off. It's the beginning of the end, guys. Don't slow down your prepping now. Take that breath, sigh of relief, But my prediction is it's going to get far worse between now and 2030. I've told you, it's the long term, guys. Long term. And y'all are just all falling in step with that lifelong Democrat from New York. Just magically one day changed his mind and came over to the good side and wants to give it all for America. Boy, howdy. That's why I figure myself to be in a very low percentile of people that know, people that care, people that understand, people that know what it's going to take more than some little vote. Oh, that's right. We're gonna vote, and the redcoats they're gonna take our little voting decision, and they're just gonna go home and not worry about what them Americans are gonna do, right? The colonists over there, people like them, and the elitist New World Order that runs our world today, they don't take to that stuff too kindly. Even if you believe that he's doing it for the people, they really won't take too kindly to that. So, mark my words, guys, I don't think it's over by a long shot. Right now, we are at our most vulnerable. You all pretty much thought if they lost, they would burn the house down on the way out. So, that's really what we're waiting for now. Y'all stay safe, take care. Leave me a comment down below whether you agree or disagree. Thanks for watching.